build the houses in sort of a similar vein to what I built mine. Hey guys, I thought it'd be fun to give you guys a real tour of the village I made in Minecraft. Now, just to give you a little bit of a difference on how I created this, I'm going to show you how I normally make houses and things in Minecraft first, and then show you the tour of the village. I've never really played Minecraft in creative. I usually go for survival, so this was kind of fun just building what I wanted to build. You can see I have a thing with glass in Minecraft, and I like to work outside without being actually outside because of Mom. I have a little farm set up, and if we actually go outside, you can see that it's not really anything special. It's a mess. So there's how I normally set up my gardens, my little sheep farm I have going, my pig farm, that's going to be a cow farm. But you know, it's just working with what I have while I have it, and I'm obsessed with making glass in this game for some reason. Now, this build is kind of different. I have an actual kind of living room, then you go upstairs and it's just plain kind of bedroom with furniture and stuff. And then downstairs is... Ow, I forgot I'm in survival. It's just storage room, another portal room, which I haven't gotten to build yet, and a way into mines. All the doors are put on sideways so mobs think they're open and can't break them. But yeah, there's this. But then we come over to my creative world where I got to have a little more fun in it. This is what it looks like from above. And let's give you guys a full tour of it. So I started with this building, and honestly, I just kind of worked on this building in creative because a friend of mine, Luke, who has been featured on this channel many times, is planning to stream us building a survival fantasy world, and my job is to build like a bathhouse slash an inn type deal. So I was working out the design here in my creative, and then it just kind of spiraled out of control. So you come in here, you have the lobby, here's the boys' bath, all of these little changing rooms. I really like the darker wood, and I love how the doors went with it. Then it's the same over here with the men's side changing rooms. Some of them are bigger, some aren't. Then you come back here, and here's the men's bath. The boys' bath is over there. Got little candles all lit up. You can go in and have a splash and sit down. Then you walk out. Then you go to the other side of the bathhouse, and you have the girls' and women's side, which are basically the same setup. I kind of played around with the design and kind of changed things as I went. Like these doors were originally a lot lighter, and they were the doors that look like castle doors, but I decided I didn't like that, so I changed them to these doors that actually look like they have handles. So there's that. Honestly, I've never built something to this scale. I mean, you saw the house in my actual survival world. It was nothing like that. Then you come over here, and I built the farm next. Originally, this is like a really ugly pink kind of brick. I decided I didn't like that after making that. What I did was I like to make them 2 by 2 so that the animals can't just crawl out whenever they want. And I decided that fencing off the bottom helped better because they can't just climb on it and get out. And each one has hay to eat and water to drink. And also I doubled the gates so it's easier for animals to get out when I want them to. And it's kind of the same setup for the stables. There's a double gate here so I can get the animals out. This one in here is one of my horses. They also have hay and water to drink, and I gave them this little glass enclosure with only one gate, so they couldn't escape, but still could see. The next building I built was yet again more glass. With the greenhouse, you can kind of see the whole inside through here. Lots of chest storage because you know how it gets with seeds and such. I thought it looked a bit too plain because originally I had the buildings just separate, and I was like, I always see these cute little canopies, so that's what I decided to do, and it helped bring them kind of together. Then the next building I worked on was the inn. Now originally this was not this color on the outside, it was all this color, but I decided I didn't like it, so I went and switched it for the same color I made the tavern, because I love this color combination. I didn't decorate the lobby. I designed it, I didn't decorate it. Luke did. You got your restroom, a single bed, and a desk. Here's a couple suite, another single bed, and I didn't really care about the wall hangings. I just kind of plopped whatever I had in my hand in them. It still gives like a home feel. These doors aren't right. Hold on one second. Let me just remedy my mistake. There we go. That should be good now. Watch, I've ended up forgetting one. It's still a work in progress, so there's gonna be stuff I want to fix and go back through and look at. Then we come over. I surprised myself with how the tavern came out. I loved the color combination, which is when I decided to switch this building and that building to this color combination, because it's just such a good eye-pleasing color combination, especially with the look of the lanterns, which I love the lantern look. It just makes it feel more towny and more fantasy looking. But you come in here and I counted everything out to make sure it fit nice, and I couldn't get the bowls to actually sit on the counter, so I kind of cheated and put them in item frames and fit them the way I wanted to. And I made the table with carpet and a fence post, and also these are stools. I was gonna make the stools a different color than the tables, but I didn't like the look of it, so I just made them the same color. You have a jukebox over here to listen to music, and you come down here into the entertainment portion, which I wasn't originally gonna add this, but I'm like, well, normal fantasy things have like brothels underneath or a way to have some sort of entertainment of that sense. So I decided to add this, and I made it the same dimensions as the upstairs. There's a hallway that leads to 4 different private rooms. You come in, there's a little couch and all this stuff, and it's the same for all 4 rooms. Down here, I think the red coloring really offsets well against the dark wood and the dark tile and the dark floor, and that's kind of why I decided to go with the red chairs and the red couches. And I was thinking, well, that can't be everything, you know? It's not finished. So then I made a dungeon. You come over here. Now these doors I'm gonna keep because it's a dungeon and these look like very dungeony doors, so why not? This is where the prisoners eat. There's one cell here with a toilet. Don't ask me why a fantasy realm has toilets and sinks, but they do. You come upstairs. I forgot to put lanterns in here, so it's kind of dark. So let's fix that. I mean, I wanted it darker in here anyway because it is a prison. So it's supposed to be like dark and dingy, but I didn't want it that dark. So here's one. Here's another. One down here. Originally I had them the white doors, but I noticed I didn't open in here solitary. This one stays dark because it's solitary. But I decided I didn't like that you couldn't open the white doors. I was originally going to use the white doors because they looked very cell-like. But you can't open them, so it kind of takes the fun out of it. Go over here, this is the town hall. Now originally when I built this, it just had a flat roof, but I decided it's the town hall, it's gotta have a way to stand out a little bit. So I added just these floating brown bricks and the bell, but I was like, that looks so weird. It looks like I would just left it half finished. So then I added the black brick in there, and this took me so long to figure out the pattern to get it to go up and look like they're floating. But then I was like, after putting the black ones in, I was like, it still looks really freaking plain. So I added the glass, and I was finally happy with it. Eventually, I added the roads that interconnect all the alleys and everything because it just looked really unfinished just being grass. And you come over here, to my little house. I am most proud of the tavern and my house. Now, I didn't use any references for this house. I kind of winged it, and it's the most realistic looking house I've made in Minecraft. I have my little town master's house sign. You come in. Here's the living room. Don't ask me why a fantasy house and town has a TV. Here's the kitchen. I didn't build the kitchen. Luke did. He built it and designed it. I really like how he did it. It's kind of cool. Then you come upstairs. Yes, I'm a bookworm, so I will have books everywhere. Here is my bedroom. And a guest bedroom. And then go out the door. I showed you the outside of the town hall, but didn't go in. It's just like a little court area where prisoners can be on trial. Here's where the judge sits. But yeah, you can look out over the people from up on his perch. He's got his little notebook and his little goblet. And this over here, I had no part in building. This is actually Luke's house. I honestly just brought him into my creative to show him around and give him a tour. But he decided to go crazy and build his own little house. He hasn't furnished it yet. He is still working on it, so it's kind of empty at the moment. Here's his bedroom. Is it funny that I feel like a home invader going into a Minecraft house? But this is kind of cool. He built like a Dungeons and Dragons table, and we can actually sit down at our respective places. He marked the map, gave us little notebooks and things. But yeah, I had no part in building or decorating this. This was all Luke. This is my town so far. Honestly, I had to dig most of this out because it was only flat up to here, like just above the bathhouse. So I had to dig all this out before I could build anything. And that's probably my least favorite part about Minecraft is all the digging because it just gets so boring. But I was listening to an audiobook while I did this, so it made it a little bit more bearable. Now, you're probably wondering, where do the people live? They are gonna live wrapping around the village all the way around here. And I'm gonna build the houses in sort of a similar vein to what I built mine. Maybe a little more rustic looking because, you know, they're villager houses. They're supposed to be kind of simplistic. The village houses are going to be scattered all throughout around the town square. I hope you enjoyed this little full tour. Bye, guys.